Hello, traders and investors. It's Rod with Powell Group. Welcome back on the Pursuit of Wealth. Today is a stock market review for Wednesday, March 3rd. Hope everyone had a great day today. So in today's video, we're just going to go over some news and events and the crypto and broader market. And I just did a video on the cannabis space and Hexo about their earnings on March 18th. You can check out that video, but just as a reminder, doing a little bit of a different format. I'm going to do the MJ video and the broader market videos separately, and I'll do at least one live stream after market close, and then I'll do a stock of the day video separately as well. So we'll jump right into it. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy this market perspective. So private payrolls growth well short of expectations for February. ADP says so. We came in with a huge miss, so 177K forecasted, and we came in at 117 versus last period at 195. So that was a huge miss of expectations and from last reporting period. We also saw that Disney's shuttering at least 20% of Disney stores as it shifts to become more e-commerce focused. That's pretty much all we had in terms of notable news and events on the day. So on Bitcoin, we're essentially just going sideways. We broke above 50,000. And that was a convincing break, but we're ultimately back down here again. And we could see a little bit of a descending triangle action going on here, but pretty much just going sideways. And we need to hold the $50,000 mark, in my opinion. And we are consolidating on the hourly on Bitcoin. And if we don't see much follow through, which we haven't really been seeing, we just zoom out and it's a potential 4-hour bull flag at this point. And if that were to confirm, that would bring us up to around $56,000 area. And then we'd be knocking on the doors at all-time highs. So all about this 4-hour uptrend here right now. If we lose the 4-hour uptrend, then the daily lower high is set. But we haven't changed the daily trend yet, just like SPY. We are bouncing, but we're seeing an upper wick here. We've only got 26 minutes left. So if we see more selling and an upper wick, that could lead to a daily inside bar and a little bit more sideways action. But we'll be looking at the low of the day today to hold at 48,161 on Coinbase. If we break that, daily consolidation is underway and we'll scout a higher low compared to 43,000. If we can form that higher low here compared to that level and break above resistance here at 52,666, that would confirm a daily uptrend. And we'd be back in a monthly, weekly, and daily uptrend. And that's what best case scenario bulls want to see. So SPY, we did a video for private members there toward the end of the day, and we called it out perfectly. We said watch for an uptick in volume. We're already at the yesterday's volume at that point. We had about, I think, 30 or 40 minutes left in the day. And I said watch for a potential spike in volume and a close near the low of the day based on how weak we were. And people in the community can vouch for it. It was a perfect call and closed right near the low of the day. We had an uptick in volume. We'll want to see supports break. So if you're a bear, you want to see 378.23 break convincingly, and we want to see increasing sell volume here. Bears need to prove it, and we need to see that sell volume just like last week. We saw huge sell volume and increasing the following day, but now we need that volume follow through, and bears need to prove it here. Burden of proof right now is on the bears. We're still in a weekly uptrend. The EMA 12 is going to come into play tomorrow likely, but we have this weekly inside bar on watch, and we also have the 50-day moving average on SPY sitting at, I think it was 380.50, and we're currently sitting at 380.60 after hours. So we're right on the 50-day moving average. I'll just bring it up here actually. Let's just bring up the SPY chart on the daily. So we're sitting at 380.71 on the 50-day moving average, and this comes after just testing it and saving it. Bulls don't want to see us lose that level. That's going to show a definite sign of weakness. And at this point, we're still in daily downtrends. We need to change the daily trend. And at this point, it's not looking good. Bulls were hoping for just a small, pullback maybe to the EMA 26. But closing near the low of the day, this isn't looking good week after hours. It's all about 378 support and then weekly support down at 368. 368 absolutely needs to hold. So weekly inside bar, taking a look. Tech has been weak. So again, we've been saying this time and time again that tech has been weak, and EV space Even did a video on last week, called it weakness in tech. And that is very evident today, down almost 30%. And weekly consolidation still underway. And we have support coming into play here at 305, 305.18. And we have EMA 26 sitting at 301.73 and 300 psychological. We might get that low and then bounce, but it's going to get interesting. If we lose that weekly high or low, we lose the weekly uptrend. And it's only Wednesday, and we're seeing quite a bit. We're already over the 20-period moving average of volume. And we saw strength today in some of other sectors. So XLE saw some strength today, but ultimately pulled back with the market. But we didn't even break the low of yesterday. So oil's been strong, getting its daily bounce underway, but it risks a daily downtrend here, and that wouldn't be surprising if it joined the rest of the market and we saw this type of head and shoulders action. But gold and silver were weak today, and we just started a new daily candle, and we're very close to support. Could see a bear cross here already lining up on silver. The dollar, not really much has changed, just hovering around 91, but daily consolidation trying to form that daily high or low. And if we can change the daily uptrend and the weekly uptrend here, break 91.60, that's the most important resistance right now on the dollar. We get above 91.60, that is going to be huge. First time since March last year that we would have changed the weekly trend. And I will be de-risking like you wouldn't believe in individual stocks. IWM down over 1% today. So we'll just scroll through these real quick. So daily consolidation, scouting daily higher lows. So QQQ closed near the low of the day. This is not what we want to see. SMH semiconductors, 232.88 support, but closed near the low of the day on increasing sell volume. And TAN solar sector down over 6%, just getting smashed. And we rejected at EMA 12 and looking for those higher lows. So more names that do that. Oil potentially on the verge of a downtrend. Gold and silver are weak. Crypto hasn't been that strong. Crypto's showing some life, but if we lose 50,000, we've got support here on the biotech sector at 138.91, and that's going to be in play first thing tomorrow. Close near the low of the day. XHB, Home Builders ETF, consolidating, close near the low of the day. XLE, reversal candle there on the daily. Same with XLF. XLF and XLE were holding the fort, so to speak, and keeping them afloat, keeping SPY afloat. XLV increasing sell volume, closed near the low of the day. Already broke daily support. So more names that are doing so, it's not looking good. Now is the time to be cautious. I did a live stream yesterday and today and just trying to hit home my game plan, and I'm dialing back the reins at this point. The overall sentiment and prevailing trend is down. We're seeing daily downtrends across the board. And if we start to see more and more names lose their weekly uptrend and weekly higher lows, then that's going to increase the odds that happens with other sectors. And if you look here, the healthcare sector is in a weekly downtrend. We have a lower high into a lower low. So that's a bit concerning. Already in a weekly downtrend on XLV, which means monthly consolidation is underway. That is not good. That is not what market bulls want to see. XLF, long ways away from weekly consolidation. XLE, a long ways away from weekly consolidation, but again, no support either. XHB, inside bar. XBI, biotech, weekly consolidation. Monthly consolidation. So we're starting to see, and look at that reversal on the monthly on the biotech sector. We're already seeing a fairly significant red month, and we're only 3 days into March. It's been 1 year since this market went, completely belly up and tanked. So it's now's the time to start being cautious. I mentioned oil as well. Oil topped out on the monthly, right at this all-time high resistance. So we've never, in the history of US oil, we've never closed a candle above that line. And look where we topped out, right at that line. And we're already starting a red month. We had that bull cross of the EMAs, but is it time for monthly and weekly consolidation on oil? It's certainly looking like it. But weekly inside bar on watch. So that'll be very important which way that breaks. If we break bearish, if we lose the support here at 58.86, then weekly consolidation's underway. And if we break support at 63.79, then weekly continuation will ensue. So that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. Again, I'm using stop losses on every single trade. I'm about 70% cash in stocks, 50% cash in crypto. I'm only holding XLM and XRP for crypto. And I'm all out of Bitcoin. I bought it around 9K, sold it over 50, I sold it a few times, bought it back, and it's over 50K. I have no interest in holding BTC right now. The risk is to the downside, the path of least resistance anyway, in my opinion. And I'm just locking in profits. I lived through the 2017 bull run in crypto, and I know that you never make the profit unless you lock it in. So locking those gains in, moving on to the next opportunity and trend before it's happened, and focusing on the cannabis space. Like I said, I'm mostly cash. I'm short SPY and QQQ, hedging my long-term no-touch portfolio and my swing portfolio, which is consisting mostly of cannabis at the moment. So make sure you protect yourself as well. Develop a plan. Are you hedging? Are you using less capital? Are you using a stop loss? What tools do you have in your tool belt to protect you in case of significant downside in any market weakness and weekly consolidation? So thanks again for joining us on the Pursuit of Wealth for a daily market recap. And we'll see you a little bit later on in the stock of the day video and after market close tomorrow. Take care, everybody.